Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to session 2 of the Salesforce Lightning Overview demo for CCR&Rs. During this demo, we'll focus on the provider search feature. Our last CCR&R session 1 was how to do a provider update. If you missed that one, it will be recorded and posted on the Office of Early Childhood website under the ECC section, and we will also send out a user guide for that. Today we have Erica Martinez helping us out with the demo. Erica, I will let you begin.
Thank you, Monica. So hi everyone, my name is Erica, and I want to talk about a little bit about this change. So as Dorothy, whoever was in the previous training with Dorothy, so basically the functionality is the same. It's just like how this looks is the difference between the other Salesforce and this Salesforce. So with that said, I'm gonna continue, and I'm gonna show you right now. Let me show. Give me one moment. So the first thing that I want to show you is the clients. So for those who they do the intake for the clients, as I mentioned, it's very similar. The functionality is very similar, and it's just like how it looks is different. So basically, when you log in, you're gonna have this menu on the top. Make sure also that you're in the right application, which is CCR&R. And you will see 3 different buttons on your right side. So for a new client, you have to click on new, and then same thing, enter in the name. Sometimes it will like pop up the information there. So in this case, just for time, I'm gonna just select the first option so it can auto-populate, that field. And you see here that we also have required fields. Make sure to fill those ones, otherwise you're not going to be able to save the record and to proceed with this record as well. Other thing very important is we expect, of course, to have the required fields, but we highly recommend you to enter this information here on these fields, which is the summary report to date and summary report from date, just because when you're pulling reports, that will be easier for Salesforce to pull that client, that specific referral, a referral. So when you're pulling reports to get the referrals, this date will help the system to pull the right and the accurate information. So like I said, it's not required, but we highly recommend it. And the great thing about this is like once that you plug the date, also have time, which for data, this is great. Also on this, reason seeking for childcare. So the only dependent field is going to be asked to leave. So if you click, I don't know if you guys see it, but it has this sentence here, or these words that they said view all dependencies. So click on that one, and then when you select ask to leave, it will be the only option that it will give you other options. For example, concerns with behavior and so on and so forth. So select one of those two. The other ones, the other options, you don't have to worry about it because they don't have a dependent field. And as I mentioned, it's very similar to the other view of Salesforce. Just for sake of time, I'm not going to go through all the fields, but I just wanted to show you how it looks. And as Monica mentioned, we're going to send trainings so you guys can have support documents for this. We have the address. Remember that you can enter more than one address. And in this case, I'm just gonna select one address from here. And remember that when you're saving This is very important for having an accurate result when you're searching. After you save it, to click in geolocation. I'm sorry. And these are not required fields, but we highly encourage you to try to fill out as many fields as possible. But as I mentioned, these are very important, not required, but highly recommended to do that. So just gonna get out of here. And I just wanna show you how the existing clients look and how the view looks as well. So for example, we have this client, and this is how the new page for clients look. It's very practical, it's very clean. Also on the same page, we have a related list with searches in client service or refer programs. And we also have this tab called conversations. And here is where you actually going to log a call. So I remember that you guys used to log a call on the client page. It was a related list. Unfortunately, we are not able to have it in the same place. So this is where you're going to log a call. So once you hit conversation, you have two options, email and log a call. So click on log a call. And I'm just gonna enter this very quick. And for example, search the contacts. I'm just gonna pick someone here. We have a due date that basically this is where when this has to be completed, if you have to, follow up in the activity type, which I think you have this already, this field existing in your classic view. And comments if you want. And these are, as you can see, these are required fields. So completed and priority, I don't know, high or normal or low. And additional request, date and time, and just save this. So once that you save it, you're going to be in the same page, and you're going to be able to see, what you logged that moment or that day. So that's an example. Do anyone have any questions so far?
If you have any questions, go ahead and type them in the question box, or if you want to ask them out loud, you can just raise your hand and then I can unmute you. Thank you. No questions so far, Erica.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I'm going to show you very quick the children page as well before go to the search functionality. And basically it's, again, it's the same thing, just it looks different. We have here, for example, entering the information of the kid, the date, and this field is very important as well. It's not required, but again, we highly recommend that because, for example, in the case that a woman is pregnant and she knows the date that she's going to deliver, you can set up this for the future date when she's going to look for a childcare center. So if you know that date, perfect. We recommend you to put that information there as well. And here we have this client, which is required. And the great thing about this is, this is kind of a little bit smart, which, I give you the options of the last client. So you can just select from there, from the last clients that you look. And for example, we look William, so it's auto-populated there. And you will have to write again the child last name and first name. So once that you select the client here, it automatically associate that child with that client. Okay, so here's our children tab, and this is our client tab, and this is our client page. Same functionality, is almost identical. Maybe you will find some fields there different, but it's basically the same, just looks different. Okay, so if anyone doesn't have any questions, I'm gonna continue with the searches. So as you can see here, you have two places where you can initiate a search. You have the search here, but you also have the search under the related list over here. So you can either search via this, or you can search with this. So I'm gonna just select this one for now. So we have here, again, this is very similar to Classic, same functionality. I'm just gonna show you some of the functionality, but I'm just trying to look for an existing criteria. Give me one moment. I'm gonna select other client just for the sake of time. Okay, so we have this client over here. So as I mentioned, you can search over here, and you can see all your searches if you save them, which I'm gonna tell you how, but you can create a new search over here on the same page. And then let's say same thing, put the address. Oops. Damn, in the wrong field. So you either select the address that you have. Remember, if you can have more than one address. So it will give you that option. I just select this one, and then I enter the miles, and I'm gonna select one of the children's. And one very good about this is, for example, I know that you have this before, but I think this is even better, faster, and it looks cleaner. You can also select the times here. For example, you need a childcare from 6 a.m. to I don't know, to 3:30 p.m. So once that you click here, then you can say copy Monday times, and it will copy not only the days, but also the times. So I'm just gonna proceed with this. And then we have quick search that give you the options to see if they want the provider set CCAP, if they want full-time, part-time students, the rating. So again, it's basically the same functionality, is the same thing, but it looks different. Full open full year programs. One thing though that I'm gonna recommend you when you're doing all these searches is, like, this is funny because it should be the opposite, that you select the more filters that you have, it will narrow your results, but for certain things it doesn't do that. So I will recommend you to try to be very practical and not select a lot of stuff, at least that is absolutely necessary. And for example, if let's say that I don't select any of those things, but I just say find providers. So see, I didn't select a lot of stuff. It gave me this result, but let's select more kids. well, it doesn't give me a lot, but other thing is like we have here, we have other options like special needs, staff translation, other languages spoken, and staff translation is basically for those providers that they have people that can translate for parents in other languages available. Other languages spoken is very general. Is very general. It can be that officially the providers have, like a staff that talks to the kids, in Spanish or English, but like this is more for, those people or employees that can translate for the parent. Do we have any questions right now?
So far, no questions, Erica.
Okay.
Just a reminder, go ahead and type them in the question box, or you can raise your hand and I can unmute you and you can ask your question out loud.
Okay, so as I mentioned, we have here the same fields. One thing, for example, with transportation, I heard that sometimes you guys struggle a little bit with that. I would recommend you that if it's not very necessary to put a lot of filters, don't do that, but try to do one or two or three things when you're doing a search. For example, on this one, it's more likely that if you select this and this together, you're not gonna get anything. But if you select only, like, let's say you do one search and you only do the program transport to school, you're more likely that you're gonna have a result. I know that is not the ideal situation, but unfortunately, that's how the logic of the application is. So I'm just giving you tips for the best, results, but you can try to experiment and try to see what it works the best for you guys. And we have extra care services. Those facilities, they have before school programs, 24-hour. And the environment, we have, those are allowed pets or not pets. A school, we have this one over here. We're hoping that if it's not necessary, maybe we're gonna get rid of this one. But for now, it's there, but it does, like, you guys don't have to even use this one. So we recommend you, try to ignore this one right now. And we have custom search criteria that I don't know how often you guys use this. I know that it's good for when you know for example, the license ID of the provider, that it will give you like a specific results for when you're searching. For example, if you know the number of the provider, you can just enter it here and it will bring you that specific provider. So on this one, as you can see, we have maps. Just wondering why it's not giving me the results, but let me try another address. Another thing that I will recommend you is that if you're using these fields, don't use these ones. So, or if you're using these ones, don't use these ones. So also Mesh allows you to narrow the result by childcare providers located specifically within the client city, zip code, or county. But when you use that also match, if you try to also enter in the address and the distance, the system is not going to know what you're trying to look. So like I said, it's working, but if you're using this section over here, don't use this one, or vice versa. Okay, so let's try one more time and see if I get more providers. Interesting. Sorry about that. Just let me try something else. Well, I don't know why it's not giving me any results. But it was working before.
And just a reminder, everyone, Erica's using the sandbox, which is the test environment. So once we have it up and ready for you guys, it'll be working correctly. Sometimes the sandbox can be a little finicky.
Yes, thank you, Monica, for saying that. That is correct. Well, I'm sorry about this. Let me try another client. Any questions that we have so far?
No questions so far.
Okay. Okay, well, at least we got this time. So when you do a successful search and you get results, you can save the referrals. For example, if you want to use this referral in the future, we have this button over here that it will save the referral for this specific client, and then you will be able to see it in the client's page. Over here. So it will save it and it will be over here. Go back. Another very good thing about this new version of the CCR&R is that you have the option to print referrals. So for example, let's say that a parent called you the same day 2 times and you want to know, like the difference or when this person asked for that referral. So we have, for example, here you can enter the date and the time. And it will give you the option to pull this in a PDF document, but also it will give you like I said, you can differentiate the same client for different times. Just you will be able to see here like 324 to 324 or 325. Also, you can exclude any prior referrals by clicking here. And right now we have temporarily closed programs because COVID. So you can exclude those programs over here. And if you want to reset your search, you can click over here or cancel, and it will take you again to the client's page. And I don't have anything else, at least that anyone has questions.
We'll give you guys a few more seconds to ask any questions. We will record this and post it on the website, and then you'll have that user guide to reference when you're doing these searches. No questions, Erica.
Okay, well, thank you everyone. And we're gonna send those documents, and feel free to reach out if you have questions or if anything, that I can do for you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you guys, bye.